In this video, I'm going to give you some really simple tips and tricks, things that you can do so you look and feel good when you're doing your next online presentation or you're involved in your next online meeting. As always, please do subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and let me know in the comments below if there are any topics you'd like me to cover. Let's get started. It's worth saying this is not a makeup tutorial, and these tips and tricks apply to everybody. The first thing that I would say is get dressed. Now, this may seem nuts, but how many times are you on a call or you're doing a presentation, you're watching somebody do a presentation, in fact, and you're thinking, oh my God, make an effort. I see it all the time, in particular with managers, bosses, CEOs, where they're presenting content and the thing that I'm thinking is, oh my goodness, what are you wearing? Because they look like they're wearing their pajamas. I mean, make an effort. It doesn't take much to just get dressed. You don't have to get dressed up as if you're going to the office, but get dressed as if maybe you're meeting somebody for a coffee or you're venturing outside your front door. It makes such a difference to not only how you look, but how you feel. So take the pajamas off, put some proper clothes on, get rid of the jogging bottoms that you've been wearing for the last 4 days, put some real clothes on. It will make such a difference to not only how you look, but how you feel as well. Also, there is nothing worse than entering one of those online meetings and seeing that everybody else has made an effort while you simply haven't. So yeah, just get dressed. Simple. Think about lighting. Lighting makes so much difference to how you look on these calls. It really does. Now, you may have the most beautiful garden, you may have a lovely scene outside your window, but do not sit in front of it. The worst thing you can do is sit in front of a window, because what you want is your light source in front of you. You want your light source on your face. If you sit in front of a window, this is what happens. The people who are on the call with you or who are watching your online presentation simply won't be able to see you. You need to put your lighting source directly in front of you. Lighting really does make a huge difference to how you look. Now, you don't have to invest in a professional light. In fact, the ring light that I'm using now is from Amazon. It's really not that expensive. I've linked it below if you want to take a look. But you've probably got a light in your house, in your home, wherever you are, that you could use instead. You just want to make sure that it's directed on your face. You can even use the sun. So instead of sitting with your window behind you, if the sun's out, sit with the window in front of you and just use that natural lighting source to illuminate your face. And it really does make a huge difference. This one for me is the most important one, and it's a bugbearer of mine. Think about the camera lens. You want to be looking directly at the camera lens on your laptop or your phone or your tablet, whatever you're using for your online meeting or your online presentation. You don't want it to be positioned so your audience are being made to look at the inside of your nose. Now, if I'm on a meeting, if I am just a audience member and I'm not actually participating, I don't worry too much about my camera lens. But if I think that I will be speaking, then I absolutely do. And this is what I use. It's so simple. On my desk, I have these boxes. It's what my laptop came in. It's nothing fancy. You can use anything. But what it does is it raises my laptop up high enough so that the lens is in direct contact with my eye line. And it just makes a huge, huge difference. So if you're using your phone, for instance, don't hold it like this. Don't hold it so that you're looking down. You want to be holding it so you're looking up. And again, that's a tricky thing to do, to hold your phone like this for like 20, 30 minutes. You can just invest in a tripod, a camera stand. You can get all this stuff from Amazon, and it does make a huge difference to how you look. To not be looking down and to not have that awful camera lens of under the chin. Nobody looks good on that angle. Nobody. It is awful. You want to be looking directly at that camera lens. It makes such a difference to how you look, and that makes a difference to how you feel too. Posture is so important when you're doing an online meeting, when you are taking part in an online meeting, when you're presenting online as well. Posture is something that people tend to forget, and they forget about it because what they're usually doing is sitting in a really comfortable chair. And what tends to happen is this. If you're sitting in a comfortable chair, you tend to get comfortable, and slowly you will start to sink into that chair, and before you know it, you're kind of sat like this. Now, not only does that not look good, it doesn't feel good either. And if you look back at the footage, you will feel awful about it, because what it screams is, I can't be asked to sit up and I don't care. That might just be my personal opinion, but I just think it looks terrible. You don't have to think too much about your posture. What you need to do is sit on a chair that is not comfortable. So instead of sitting on a lovely chair like this, sit on a chair like this. This is just a cheap, I think it was about £5 maybe from IKEA. Sitting on a chair that is uncomfortable will make you sit up. I can feel it already in the way that I'm sitting now. It just makes you sit more pert, more alert. I can't slouch into this chair. It will make all the difference to how you look. Makeup. Now, don't worry, this is not a makeup tutorial, but makeup really does make all the difference. So if you wear makeup day to day, then wear it when you're doing these online calls or you're presenting online. It makes so much difference. To give you an illustration, this is me before I put some makeup on. It just makes you look more awake, makes you look more alive. But don't wear makeup as if you're going out on the town. You just want to look more alive, more like yourself than you would if you were in your pajamas making no effort. You don't want to look like you're going out all night on the town. And while we're on the subject of makeup, shiny face. Shiny face on camera never looks good. When you look back at the footage, you always want to cringe, and loads of people suffer from it. I get shiny face all the time. Now, to combat this, you can just use some loose powder on your face, or you can use this. Yep, just toilet roll. Toilet roll is really good at absorbing shine on your face. It's really good. So all you need to do, take the toilet roll. If you've got a bald head as well, this is great. And it just takes the shine off your face. Super easy, makes a massive difference to how you look and how you will feel as well. No one feels good when they think they've got a sweaty, shiny face. And while we're on the subject of this area, I would encourage you, if you've got long hair, to wear it up off your face. Now, the reason I say that is it will stop you fiddling with it. Long hair is really difficult to resist. It's hard not to fiddle with it. You find yourself doing it without even realizing it. I do it. It's one of the reasons why I tend to wear my hair up, because I do fiddle with it a lot. I become very aware of it, and you don't want any distractions at all when you're doing these online meetings or you're presenting online. I hope those tips help. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what you look like when you're doing an online meeting or you're taking part in an online presentation, but you do want to make sure that you look your best, because if you look your best, you will feel your best as well. And that's really what all this is about. It's very hard to deliver great content, whether it's part of a meeting, talking strategy, talking about your business, talking about pitching an opportunity, or whether you're doing an actual presentation to a massive group of people online. It is incredibly hard not to feel a little bit intimidated about it, to kind of give it a half-assed effort if you're not feeling your best. So I hope these tips help. As always, please do subscribe and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching that video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, here's a link to some more. Please do subscribe because I'll be uploading videos weekly.